Hello, and welcome to the Light Institute's Sunday Meditation and Knowings. If you have not joined us before, there is a certain way that we do this meditation here. We begin, of course, with the most powerful energy around us and within us, which is our higher self. We ask it to take form so that we can resonate with it in our body. And as we take that form, which can be anything, we then have it touch our body and bring it into our body so that as we sit in meditation, we're sitting, holding that energy so that we begin to recognize that that is who we are, that frequency, higher frequency of light. And then I'll make a little Om sound, and you can push the button on your computer or whatever you're using so that you can continue to sit in that meditation, that beginning part, for as long as you wish. And then the second part of the meditation is where we reach into the cosmos and pull down into and through the top of our heads a brilliant beam of white light down into the solar plexus, the stomach, which is the seat of our emotional body. This is where humans live so much. And then from there we radiate the light out across the planet or out from us and back out into the cosmos. By doing this in this part of the meditation, we are quickening our frequency. We are, in actuality, extending our visibility and our presence, which is really important at this time, to not feel as if we are sidelined, that we are not participating, that we have nothing to give, because the giver has the power. So when we pull that light down and through us, it aligns us in a way that really brings to us new possibilities. Then another Om. And then the third part of our meditation, we choose a situation or something that's going on the planet, and we collectively extend light to that situation. Sometimes people send in requests that we meditate on a certain thing. This week, our meditation, our third part of the meditation, is about the fear of the future. Because that's what's happening right now so much, is that people are, they're exhausted with themselves in their quarantines, and so they are escaping in a way into a very uncertain future, which brings about an increase in anxiety, being pushed off our centers, and it's very detrimental to us. So we want to release that fear of the future within ourselves and within the world by sending light and removing it. And that'll be our third part of our meditation. Let's meditate together. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body and breathe out very slowly. As you exhale, you are bringing yourself into a meditative state. So breathe in and breathe out slowly. And once more, breathe in and breathe out slowly. Ask your higher self, it's your own inner voice, the intuitive essence of your soul, to take a form for you. It could be a being or a light or a tree, an animal, a construct. Just allow it to take the form that will serve you at this moment. And whatever form you perceive, you might see it or feel it or hear it, that form of your higher self. Ask your higher self to touch the place in your body where you hold your divine source. And just imagine that your higher self is touching some place in your body. And then focus on that place. Begin to breathe in and out through the touch of your higher self. And then draw your higher self in through that point of your spiritual source. And sit in meditation. Om. Breathe deeply into your body and reach up in your consciousness out into the cosmos and pull in a beam of brilliant white light down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, into your solar plexus. And imagine that you are lasering out that beam of white light. You can pass it across the planet or straight up into the sky and back into the cosmos. And just begin to allow that light to come down through you and out from you so that you're stretching out your auric field. You're activating that radiance that belongs to you as an illuminated being. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and imagine that you could gather into your mind's eye all of humanity who are anxious about the future, who are afraid of the future, so that through consciousness and through the frequency of light, which is the cosmic point source of communication, you can extend an energy that will dissolve away that fear of the future. And as it passes through you, it will dissolve away in you as well, that fear of the future, so that you can begin to use your consciousness to construct, to imagine, to envision a future filled with happiness, with health, with connection and purpose. So breathe deeply now and imagine 7-point-something billion souls on this planet. And feel the gift that at this moment you can begin to free them from that fear of the future. So ask this group of humanity what frequency of light they need from you to be able to dissolve and release the fear of the future so that they can create the future from a now that is centered, that is peaceful, that is safe, that has the knowing of the highest potential. Whatever color comes into your consciousness, again, imagine that you reach up into the cosmos and pull exactly that color, that frequency of light down through the top of your head, and feel as it comes into your solar plexus, into your emotional center, that that frequency is releasing you from the fear of the future so that you can be present at this moment. And as that color gathers in your solar plexus, then laser it out, extend it out to all of humanity, and feel that once you've extended it out, that it penetrates in, that humanity has called that color from you and receives it. So effortlessly you draw that color in, you continue to draw it in and extend it out, and know that humanity is absorbing it. And as all of humanity absorbs that frequency, that cosmic energy, it begins to dissolve all of the fear of the future into the power of its light, its illuminating vibration. And as it does that, the light becomes stronger and the fear is dissolved away and released. So just continue to draw the color down, laser it out, feel it spreading out through humanity. Perhaps you see a hum, you hear a hum, or you see a smile, or you feel that release that occurs. We can do this. It's part of our purpose to support the highest in each other and ourselves. So a little more of that color down and laser it out. Oh. Take a deep breath into your body and Breathe out slowly. And open your eyes. Thank you. All of us together. It's so powerful when we extend energies that create the potential of the next octave of the change. And now in the second part of our meditation, which is called knowings, we receive questions from around the world and we explore those questions so that we can uplift ourselves and all of you who are participating in this. So Allison, will you give us the questions today?
Yes, the first question comes from Germany.
Germany.
Dear Chris, first of all, thank you for your presence during this lifetime. After my father died in 2018, my relationship to my mother changed. It feels like our energies clash unfiltered. I listened to a lecture on tape from you. You were talking and laughing about people who are 50 and still arguing with their mother. Now I am close to 50 and getting this. Also, with regard to my husband and my children, I feel a change of relationship in this time of COVID-19. We are spending more lifetime together, which is on one side wonderful, but I feel a lot of pressure, especially on my lovely two girls. Their daily life changed so much. Mm-hmm. Could you please talk about family structures and relationships and what is happening right now? I am very insecure.
So many people feel insecure because this living our lifetime together in such close proximity is altering the kinds of relationship, the place that we play in our family and the constructs that are created by these changes. But I'd like to go back a little bit to this humorous and not so humorous sometimes relationship with your mother. First of all, let me seed into you the possibility that your mother, you're almost 50, your mother lived probably at least 30 years with your father, and he is gone. And now she is attempting, as is everyone, to reinvent who she is. So she may be trying to take his place with a sense of, let me be the authority in this family, or let me find myself by directing the rest of you so that I have some sense of purpose. So it's possible that your mother is very sad, that she's very confused, that she's looking to your family as a place that she can find herself, because otherwise she's alone and has no one but you to bounce off who she is. So some compassion to her. I'm sure that through my books or the videos or whatever, you have learned this exercise in consciousness of holding her in your mind's eye, as we just did in our meditation, and asking her what color she needs from you to come into balance in your life now and be released from any karma that you have. I suggest comforting her, learning to laugh, finding humor with her, telling her how important she is to your family and how you love her. We all need those things. She maybe needs to be touched, and you can give it. And that brings me to that second part where very often when there's constant change or a sudden change, people realign in terms of their positions in a family. It may be that one of your, what did you say, your darling little girls, your darling girls, is wanting to take up a position of being a parent or a go-betweener or something. So suddenly, even though she's the daughter, she may be playing the mother or the peacekeeper. And so you want to use your consciousness to look around and see how you, if you want to have that peace in your family and that harmony, can become aware of how each one is looking to find their place and help to orchestrate that, allowing each one to use the qualities. Maybe one of them, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's one of your daughters, has that gift of humor. I find that humor is a great healer. It allows us to shake loose from holding that position. I have to win. I have to be right. And humor frees us from those kinds of energies. And so, yes, there is that shifting around in the structure. And so what you want to do that will help you with that sense of uncertainty or that you are experiencing is to really meditate within yourself. And you can do that while you're doing the dishes. You can do that while you're doing anything. You just snap your fingers and say, I am meditating. And so that you can calm and center yourself and realize that you don't have to defend yourself from your mother or anyone else, but that you want to practice being the giver. Practice being the source of harmony rather than engaging. My higher self always says, especially in family, choose your fights. Most of the arguments or the disagreements are not worthy of you. It's so much easier to go, you're right, or I understand that. I realize what you're speaking about, and follow that up with expressions of love. The other thing that I would say is that it's very important to clean your environment so that if you had an argument with your mother yesterday, it's not it's not holding the energy of that in your environment today. Here at the Light Institute, we put salt in spray bottles and spray around, especially the corners, or shake it around so that you're releasing any negativity or any heaviness that's been there. Always clearing the environment, opening the windows, opening the doors. And from my many times in Germany, I have so loved the fact that culturally, you all love nature and you love to be in nature. And I would recommend that you take your mother and your family, go into nature, go for walks. Even if you live in a city, go out, go out. And as you go out, feel that you are distributing harmony around to everyone else. That they don't have to be afraid that even if they're at a distance or you're wearing a mask, that you can exude from you an energy of harmony and peace. And then draw into you the power of nature. Nature is what will take us forward. The trees will be there. The insects will be there if we don't destroy them. So use nature as a way of harmonizing. I find that when you go into nature with your family, it allows you to come together. It's like playing games together. You know, oh, did you see that? Look at this. And that brings us to a place where we're naturally harmonic. That's the gift of nature. So my great love and indeed a few little giggles to you, to know that you have just the fact that you wish to be the one who brings the harmony. You have all of the qualities you need to do that. Do it now. Alison, the second question.
It is from England.
England?
Dear Chris, thank you for your global echelon this week about the qualities of leadership. The exercise in consciousness you gave about accessing qualities from someone we consider a leader from any time in history has changed my life.
Wonderful.
I experienced qualities from a historical figure dear to my culture that I would never dream I could actually carry. If I had one wish right now, it would be that everyone on the planet could do this exercise so we could all carry the frequency of and live the qualities of our heroes, not just admire them. With respect, will you please give this exercise in your knowings so it will be public? Thank you for all that you do.
Well, we always do exercises in consciousness at our global echelon, which I invite you all to explore joining because it's such a great way to keep your energy up. And so I'll give a shortened version of this exercise, and that is the capacity to recognize that we do have templates, we do have models, and they're not all in body right now. Just as you said, a historical personage who inspired you or who caused you to wish that you could be like that. All of us have many, many heroes, many, many peoples that we honor in our daily life and throughout history that we say to ourselves, I wish that I could be like that. Your wish can come true right now. And so the way we do that is that I will ask you to think of someone like that right now as we do this exercise. It can be anyone. It could be a sports figure. It could be your child. It could be anyone from any time. But the thing is to, once you sort of narrow in, focus on them, then extend your consciousness and allow yourself to become aware of what are the qualities that I love in this being that I wish that I had. And I want to inspire you, to inform you that you cannot perceive a quality in anyone else if you do not have access to it. Somewhere in the mind of your cells, whether it's coming from another life, when you really had that quality, or it's been modeled to you, and you have a frame of reference for it right now, from any time in this lifetime, it is there. And so through the focus of your consciousness, you can get to it, you can access it, you can free it, you can allow it to move within you. And then without getting your head involved in that, your energy will begin to change. And the magnetism, because if you even contemplate a quality, it begins to bring about a kind of energy that exudes out from you. And you will get a reference, energetic or mirroring of that around you. And so you begin to become that energy. And this is what is so wonderful in our lives right now, is that we are not stuck. We are not frozen. We're constantly evolving. My higher self says that the purpose for our embodiment is the evolution of our soul. So the more that we recognize and embrace and accept within ourselves qualities of higher frequencies, the more that evolutionary spiral continues. Let's do it now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, breathe out slowly, and then just ask to focus on a being, a hero, anyone who has qualities that you admire, that you would wish could be qualities that you express, that you experience for yourself as you. Just take the first being that comes into your consciousness, the first person. And now, just imagine that as you extend your focus towards them, you will automatically be aware of these qualities that they have that are important to you. And pick the strongest one that comes into your consciousness at this moment. And now ask your body to show you where it holds that potential of that quality. It is within the mind of the cell. It can be located anywhere in your body. Just ask your body to show you a source point of that quality. Wherever you see it or hear it or feel it, it can be anywhere. And now bring your conscious awareness into that place in your body. And just imagine that you could prick open the encapsulation of that beautiful energy. And then it's just flowing through you now. Those qualities are coming into you and they're sort of pushing out anything that's the opposite of them or would block them. And you are allowing them. You are saying yes. And your body is filling with the vibration of those qualities. That feels so wonderful. And now imagine that you could exude those qualities like a beacon, like a message out from your body, through your electromagnetic energy, through your auric field, out into the world. It says, this is who I am. I carry these qualities. They belong to me. I have accrued them. I will now activate and express them. And take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. You can redo that anytime, but begin to massage those qualities. And as we were working on, really say, yes, I do have those qualities and I can bring them forward. Allison.
The third question is from Oklahoma in the U.S.A. Chris, things are changing really, really fast now, all the time, everywhere. And I think this may be good for our planet, but I'm not one who takes change easily. And I know this trait is affecting my health. Will you please give me some clues about how to handle change without falling to pieces physically and emotionally?
Well, now there's a question that could be echoed around the world, is it not? Absolutely. And it comes down to something very simple. How do you see yourself? Now here at the Light Institute, when we are focused on that kind of conversation, that your whole structure that you've built, this is who I am, I'm safe as this being and with this environment, and the environment is changing, it does cause us to grow. It causes us to have to let go. And that's the gift of change in terms of our evolution. And so the way we would probably work with that is that we would access what we call the inner child. The inner child is not that emotional child that didn't get theirs or all the things that you may have experienced that everyone experiences throughout childhood. But the inner child is the part of you that was a child but was connected to the cosmos, had beautiful qualities that you brought into this world. You know, children, and they don't hold on to their fear, their anxieties. They're too busy exploring the adventure of life. They invite change. What is that? I'll go to that. I will try that on. I will try this and that, putting on all the hats. And so one of the things that I would recommend that we can do right now, very quickly, is to let your inner child, which is an aspect so powerful in you, to begin to shift you from that what if and the changes, who will I be, to you will always be there. Who are you? A courageous, an amazing adventurer who can explore and find something. And this, I think, is very important, certainly as adults. Whatever changes come to us, we often feel as if we had no play in that. But somehow on a spiritual level, of course, we do. So the question is, how do we use it? How is it a gift to us? And that's where the creativity and the imagination of your inner child can really help you to go, how should I use this? How can I make this really wonderful for myself and for my environment, for everyone around me? That is the way to approach change. That you can experience change because you will always be there, because you are an eternal soul. And so if you have to learn more humor or more exercise or however you change this cloak you're wearing, this sense of self, that you can design that. You can practice that. You can create that. So let's just do that very, very quickly so that you have this tool of consciousness. That's what we call these exercises in consciousness. Close your eyes again. Now ask your inner child to take form. Your inner child is the wisest person you will ever know. Your inner child might be 3 or 5 or 7, might be very small. It matters not. Just imagine your inner child. You might see a picture of yourself. Now extend your consciousness to your inner child. And again, as you look at your inner child, allow your inner child to show you a quality that you have, a quality of strength, of courage, of adventure, of creativity, of intelligence that will carry you through all the changes in your life. And see the one that your inner child speaks to you or shows you right now. Again, a quality of adventure, of creativity, intelligence, of courage. See what comes. And now ask your inner child to touch the place in your body where you hold that quality so it can be activated now. Again, use your imagination and imagine that your inner child, the wisest person you'll ever know, connected to the cosmos and your purpose, is touching your body where you hold that quality. Breathe in and feel it. And imagine that your inner child, through touching you, is activating that quality in you now. Activating, enhancing that quality. So breathe into that point of touch and feel that that is being freed to flow through the trillions of cells of your body, bringing that quality to the fore so that change is a delicious experience for you because of who you are. And radiate that out from your body so that you're saying to the world again, this is who I am. I have this quality. And then imagine that you're drawing your inner child into your body so that that vibration, that wise energy, can support you through all the changes. And open your eyes. You will always be you, the essence of who you are, through all the changes. So look at them through that perspective, that change is a gift to you. It will carry you through everything to a brighter, a happier, a more powerful sense of self. Great love to each and all of you.